With the release of Gran Turismo, it got us thinking, what are the top 5 vehicle movies? Let's go.
Welcome to Top 5, a movie podcast.
Welcome to Top 5. No, I'm sorry. Welcome to Top 5, a movie podcast. My name is Caesar. I'm here with Ralph.
How's it going?
How you feeling about Gran Turismo, bro?
Not too good. This time we switch roles. I don't feel too good this time, but let's see, right?
Bro, I mean, video game movies usually suck. Let's hope that at least they nail the racing scenes.
Yeah.
Which is what got us thinking about vehicle movies. Movies that are centered around vehicles, right?
Yeah. That's the criteria, even though we're pretty open-minded on it, right?
I mean, if the movie centers, if the vehicle is the center of the movie,
Yeah.
the driving, I think it counts.
Okay. We're going to have some controversy here, but I love it. Let's go.
So, for this list, Ralph, I broke it down like this. 50% of how I chose these films is based on the quality of the film.
Okay.
So, no Fast 9, no Fast 10, no shitty movies on my list, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of movies that have like good car scenes, but they're trash movies. 50% of it is the quality of the film, so I took those out. 25% is how much I enjoyed the film.
Okay.
All right? For example, Vanishing Point is a great car movie. I don't enjoy it that much, so I didn't put it on my list.
Makes sense.
Okay? 10% of it is the car scenes. If you're a car movie, you have to have great car scenes, great chase sequences, great racing scenes. 10%. All right? And 15% of this is my talent involved. Is who are the actors? Do I enjoy the actors? Do I love it? That is what it comes down to for me. What about you?
Mine's simple again, right? 50-50. Quality of film and how much I enjoyed it. On a topic like I feel is as big as this one, I kept it pretty open and pretty general. So those are my two criteria.
So what's your number 5?
My number 5, sticking to what I've told you before, only one movie from a franchise, right? This one's going to turn some heads. It's Fast and the Furious 3, Tokyo Drift. Okay?
That's a great one.
To me, that's the best movie from the Fast and the Furious franchise. I don't care what anyone tells me. Do I like 1? Do I like 2? Yes, I do. I can't lie and say that I do. I do like 2. It's funny. It's hilarious. You put on TNT, it's always there. Right? So it definitely makes the cut. Fast 5
right.
being great, right?
Yeah, it's always on TNT.
But nothing to me, I don't know, especially when it comes to what Fast and the Furious was supposed to be, nothing hits home like Tokyo Drift does for me.
Yeah, Tokyo Drift is a good one. I don't have it on my list. Spoiler alert. But I do think it's a really good choice. We could talk more about Fast and the Furious as we go along because I for sure have Fast and the Furious on my list. But my number 5 is Taxi Driver. All right, listen, Taxi Driver is one of the greatest movies. It will put Robert De Niro on the map. Okay, he's a fucking taxi driver. It's a vehicle movie. He's in the vehicle.
Yeah.
He does everything he's gonna do in the vehicle. He's a fucking vigilante, whatever the fuck. He's a psycho. He's in the vehicle. That's what defines him. He's a fucking taxi driver.
Okay.
It's a vehicle movie.
I guess you threw that 10% chase and race out the window for this one. But
All right,
fine.
it's just 10%, bro. We got 50% talent, 25% enjoyment, okay?
Let's do it.
50% quality is probably the highest quality movie that I have on my list.
Okay.
All right, you talking to
Let's do
me? Come on, bro. It's a classic. He doesn't say that in the car. But it's a fucking car movie.
Okay. Let's do it. All right, my number 4, Rush. Right? Directed by Ron Howard. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Exactly. That's
Boring.
what I say.
Snooze
We'll
fest.
stop there,
Snooze
right?
fest.
Niki Lauda, come on. Formula 1 shirt on me right now. It's McLaren, not Ferrari, I know. But still, right? Great film. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I think it's Chris Hemsworth at his best, even though you love action hero Chris Hemsworth.
That's not Chris Hemsworth at his best at all, bro.
Rush Hour. Rush. That's it.
That's an odd choice.
Okay. At least it fits your criteria
but
better than yours did.
I'll respect it. All right. My number 4 is Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay.
All right. This is a vehicle
go.
movie in the sense that the vehicle may not be central to the movie, but bro, it has some of the best car sequences ever. I remember watching that on theaters, and it was just wild. Like the sound, all the shit in the desert, everything's practical. None of that green screen car bullshit. Those car sequences are some of the best.
Yeah.
I love Mad Max.
Absolutely.
Okay, I love Tom Hardy. I love Furiosa, who's supposed to get her movie soon. I think that's one of the best car movies I've seen.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, as soon as I said even the name, anybody that's seen that movie visualizes the fucking big cars with the guitars, with the fucking Nicholas Holt saying, "It's a glorious day." It's such a fucking classic.
Yeah, no, it is.
Scene, bro. That scene is crazy. When
is.
Tom Hardy's like tied up and they're fucking swinging from car to car.
Yeah.
It's this for this one. The 10% car scenes is just 80% car scenes because that movie is wild when it comes to the car scenes.
Yeah. So spoiler alert, it's on my list too.
Okay.
But I did have a hard time because of my concept. I love the Mel Gibson Mad Max, right? Mad Max, and it was tough. It was tough to go against the old ones in this one. But you'll see it later on in my list.
I think in general we need to stop romanticizing the past. All right.
Jaws.
When fuck you. When a movie is better than before, it's a remake, it's a sequel. Just admit it, bro. Like we don't have to be like Fury Road is better than any other Mad Max movie. Bro. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right. What's your number 4?
No, we did number 4.
3.
Number
what's
3.
What's your number 3?
So my number 3 is Gone in 60 Seconds. Nick Cage. Okay? Stop it. It's a great movie.
The Nick Cage?
Let's go. That's all you have to do. Everybody knows.
Meme.
No, that's
Everybody
it.
knows because it's a meme. It's not because it's a fucking good scene.
Eleanor, like everything about the movie is just fantastic.
It's from the original.
I don't care. But is Nick Cage in the original?
No.
Then that's it. That's all you need to know.
That movie's corny, bro.
Let's move on.
Okay. Number 3, okay? This is one of my favorite movies ever. But when it comes to vehicles, I can't put it number 1. But I would. But I won't. Ricky Bobby. Talladega Nights. This is one of the greatest comedies ever made. This is Will Ferrell in his prime, okay? We got everything. If you look at my breakdown, we got everything that it has. Quality, one of the best comedies ever, bro.
Yeah.
You can know the jokes that are coming and you still laugh, okay? Enjoyment, I mean, enough said. You enjoy it every time.
Yeah.
Car scenes, shake and bake, classic, bro.
Yeah.
Classic. And the talent involved, of course. I mean, Will Ferrell.
Look, I couldn't bring myself to put a comedy in our list, but it's one of my honorable mentions. I don't know. I just couldn't bring myself to do it, but it's an honorable mention because of what you said. It is fantastic. I love that movie. And I hope one day we get to do a Will Ferrell, top 5. Let us know in the comments if that's something you want to see, because I would love to do that, and Talladega Nights wouldn't be number 1.
It would be number 1 in a lot of people's lists. Okay. Number 2.
All right. So number 2 for me is Baby Driver. Okay. I love Baby Driver. I loved everything about Baby Driver, okay? The music, just the concept, the way it made me feel, I still remember it to this day. Edgar Wright, like the cinematography, the soundtrack, I can't speak enough about, Baby Driver and how much I enjoyed it. And if it's not on your list, it's a damn shame.
It's definitely not on my list. I think, look, Baby Driver has, like, great car scenes. I remember that one scene where, like, he's in the alleyway, he's doing this spin around and he's going through, like, I don't fucking know, like, but it's a great movie. It's very by the book, though. It's like Edgar Wright. I love his movies, and if you look at them, they're all like, they stand out.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, this is an Edgar Wright movie. Like, if you watch Hot Fuzz, if you watch Scott Pilgrim, they're like, oh, this is so different. Whereas Baby Driver kind of feels like, I don't want to say it doesn't feel like an Edgar Wright movie, but it just doesn't stand out to me. So that's why I didn't include it.
It doesn't feel like an Edgar Wright movie.
This is before everybody hated Kevin Spacey for being a rapist.
Exactly.
But he's the talent in this movie is great. Yeah. Spacey, Jamie Foxx, what's this guy's name? The protagonist?
Ansel Elgort.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's good.
Absolutely.
The movie's good.
It fits our criteria.
It does.
Almost perfectly.
It does. I just feel like it's too cookie cutter for me. My number 2, though, is not cookie cutter.
Let's see.
Or is it? Fast 5. Look. Fast and the Furious, we can hate on it all we want. We can't deny the impact in the movie business, okay? I think they went a little too far with where they're at now. Fast 5, to me, is the perfect mix of everything the Fast franchise has to offer.
It definitely is the middle ground.
It's the middle ground. Yeah. It's the one that started this whole, like, they're like a group of, like, bandits or whatever, and it's not yet, like, fantastical as it gets before. Like, they're not going from building to building 1,000 stories up.
Gets pretty wild.
It's not. The most they do is they drag that safe. Okay. That movie is awesome, bro. It's where they bring The Rock in. Fast 5 is an awesome heist movie. It's an awesome vehicle movie. All right. It's before they went, like, super corny, but they still had, like, that the car element to it.
Yeah. No.
And this is kind of like cheating, but I love heist movies. And for them to combine like a heist movie with a vehicle movie, usually they go together. But this one is like, it's just, I think it's the best. It's the best in the franchise. It's hard to compare to Tokyo Drift because they're like so different
movies. Yeah.
But I think Fast 5 is really it.
And honestly, it was a great shift for the times, right?
Yeah.
Like, they needed to make a shift. And honestly, without Fast 5 and it doing as well as it did, I don't think the rest of the movies come out.
Right.
It was the turning point for what the franchise needed to be. The world had changed at that point as far as how they viewed, car movies and Fast and the Furious in general.
Yeah.
Right? So it's hard to argue that. But like I said, I only put one from each series in my...
All right. What's your number one?
My number one movie is Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay.
Yeah. Mad Max Fury Road to me was extremely enjoyable for all the reasons you said. I think you painted a perfect picture and said it eloquently. There's not much I can add to it, right? But I just remember the feeling I had when I left that theater and thinking how much fun it was, right?
That's a good description. It was wild too. It's like watching that.
It was very
fucking crazy.
Very different, very different, right? Tom Hardy, love him. Again, it was hard because of my rule, right? I do love the Mel Gibson Mad Maxes, but it is what it is. Fury Road outwon for the reasons that you said, for the same reasons why I didn't put Jaws and Spielberg. And, we are where we are. That's number one for me.
Obviously, that's a great movie. My number one, I'm surprised you didn't have it on your list. All right? Is Drive. How can you not have Drive?
It's in my honorable mentions.
Oh, my God, bro. Drive?
Yeah.
Drive is one of the greatest vehicle movies ever, bro. I know... Look, the guy is a stunt driver.
Right.
So off rip, you got like the foundation to make great car scenes, which they do. But this guy is awesome. Like just the idea of like, I don't talk, I'm just a driver.
Yeah.
Again, mixing the heist shit, but then he gets involved.
Look, you're not wrong.
I love that
Which is
movie.
why I put it in my honorable mentions. It is good. But I don't
The
know why
music?
it just didn't crack
Have we
my
talked
top
about the
five.
music in Drive,
Yeah.
bro? Real Human Being?
Maybe I got to get back to that
Bro,
one,
what?
right?
That music?
This
bro,
is going to be controversial, but I felt like Baby Driver was the better
That's
drive.
ridiculous. Baby Driver is just, it's cookie cutter, bro. Baby Driver is what you do when you try to imitate Drive, but you don't have the balls.
If that's what you say.
That's
But
what I
it-
think,
what's-
yeah. You don't have the balls
That's
to make
neither here
something
nor
different.
there. Different. Drive is obvious.
How is Drive obvious, bro?
It's pretty obvious when you think about
Nah,
it.
it's not. You get Ryan Gosling, you have him barely talk in the movie. Bro.
It was good. It
and
was
it's
good.
so violent, like unexpected.
I'll need to get back to it. I don't know. Even with that, I don't know if it would have ever been in my number one.
Yeah. Is Oscar Isaac in Drive? Yeah. Oscar Isaac is in Drive. What, bro? The talent involved in that movie. I love that movie, bro.
I know
All right.
you've loved that movie for as long as I've known you.
Bro,
so
I
I
watched
knew
that
it was
movie
going to
so
be in
many
the
times.
list somewhere.
Listen, great lists. I think your list is pretty good, except for omitting Drive. Do you have any honorable mentions? I don't. I think this is a perfect
I
list.
kind of mentioned them while we were saying our list, right? Talladega Nights was in there. I didn't put it just because I couldn't put a comedy in there. I don't know why, right? Drive, I love Drive too. It's in there, but Locke. I also put Locke with Tom Hardy. He spends the entire movie inside his vehicle, right? So if that doesn't fit the criteria, I don't know what does. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was like a phone booth kind of feel.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones that we could put honorable mentions. I just don't think they fit the criteria.
Right.
Like if you
Taxi
think about
Driver.
get the fuck out of here. If you think about like Death Proof,
Yeah,
has
Death
amazing
Proof was a
stunts,
good
but
one.
I just didn't enjoy that much.
Absolutely.
There's movies with great scenes, but that I just don't enjoy that much, so I don't put on my list. I think this is a good list.
Right.
Let us know what your list is. Top 5 vehicle movies. All right, and we'll see you on the next episode. Top 5.
Thank you for listening to Top 5. See you next time.